Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I've got a couple of things I want to show you, and then we have a fun project that we're going to do with resin again. This is going to be a smaller project. I'm trying right now just to do some small, as in size is small projects, because I'm just out of space in my craft room, and I'm in this little area that I'm trying to get everything done in right now, so I'm trying to keep everything small right now. And I know that I do still have my lantern that I want to do, and I thought I had everything the way I wanted it with that, but I just don't want to mess up that lantern, and so I'm holding off on it for just a minute. Because I think I'm going to go and try and find some other flowers for it, because I really want that beautiful lantern to shine. And that's the lantern that my friend Cindy gave me, and I just love it so much, you guys. It's going to be gorgeous when it's done, but I'm not willing to do it quickly and risk it not turning out the way I want it to. I've been working on some crosses and stuff too. Look at this pretty cross. It's got some of my decals on it, but it's really pretty. I also found a couple of my little plumeria flowers, and I made a couple of these. One of them I sent to a very dear sweet friend of mine that had ordered some stuff in my Etsy shop, and I just adore her, so I sent her one of these. There's only going to be 2 of them ever made because I only had enough flowers. I think I might have enough flowers to do one more, but anyway, I think this one's pretty much done. I haven't decided if I want to put any kind of a dangle on it yet or not, but I just wanted to show you guys how pretty that is with those plumerias. I think I'm going to order another package of those plumerias in the other colors. I particularly like the yellow ones and the pink ones, and so I want to try and get some more of those. I want to show you, my friend Kara sent me another package, and she's the one that always sends me the beautiful poems and things, you guys. Look at what she made for me. She made one of the mugs that I did. Look at that, you guys. Is that not beautiful? This is the most beautiful one I've seen so far, and she put one of her poems on the other side, and the poem says, "Sense the strangeness of orange to sense the strangeness of orange to arcane to be seen. Be reluctant of blue or covered in green. Perplexed of the yellows, sweet harvest of meadows. Feel shame in your red, choose purple instead. Take heart in the pale white, drift deep in the cool light. Resist the morose black, or be eclipsed in its dark track. Choose rainbows of sin, know where to begin. Pull life from the canvas, behold from the start. Let the fire within forge a new work of art." So I just thought that was beautiful. Kareth writes all of her own poetry, and so they're always so beautiful, and they have such meaning, and I need to read this over and over again to truly get the gist of it. But I thought that was really beautiful. And you guys, yeah, I didn't read it so well because I've got kind of dim light in here right now. But I thought it was super beautiful. She wrote me a beautiful note as well. And I gotta tell you, Kareth is just the sweetest, kindest person, you guys. I'm going to read this to you. It says, "I was sitting watching one of your videos the other day while working on one of my own projects. It was quiet, peaceful, and calming. I was thrilled to see you using some of the things I sent you, and I'm sure you were equally happy to have something pretty and unique to use in your project that you would, in turn, help to grow and support your business. And I was struck I was struck by the simplicity of this. The relationship we formed was mutually beneficial. We build each other up and support each other. How simple the world would be if everyone understood this. We don't need to oppress or put each other down or step on someone else to get ourselves ahead or have our own success. The state of the world and the state of our country makes me sad sometimes. I think that the artists and the creatives have a unique perspective that I feel everyone should share. This is reflected in my colors poem. By the way, thank you for the poem on a cup idea. I've learned to appreciate all the little joys that come my way and the kindness in everyday acts. These are the things that matter. Much love, and please enjoy all your goodies. Kareth Murphy. Kareth is... I wish I could meet Kareth, and there's actually several of you that I wish I could meet in person, because I believe that she is one of those souls that God put on this earth to help other people. She has a kindness in her soul that I don't even have to meet her in person to know that I would call her one of the chosen ones, I believe. I really do believe, and there's a certain kind of a person that title comes with, and not many of us get to enjoy that kind of a personality or that kind of uniqueness. Now, I don't know for sure, you know, only God knows, but she is an amazing human being, and I just adore her. And Kareth, I thank you so much for my gifts. I'm not going to show you guys everything, but I am going to show you. She did send me this little bag of goodies, and you guys know how I love bugs and flowers, so I'm just going to show you these really quick because they're so beautiful. Look at this butterfly. Holy moly, you guys. It's gorgeous. I got this beautiful dragonfly, and the wings actually move on it. And these are brooches. And then she sent me, let's see, I have this little flower with the bee on it. Isn't that gorgeous? And this big gold flower, and this one, and this has got kind of brown root beer tones to it. She sent me this beautiful, beautiful rose. So those are beautiful. She sent me this gorgeous wreath, which is also, well, I think it was a brooch at one time. Yeah, it has the thing cut off, but that's okay. I cut them off anyway. So she just helped me on that. And then this beautiful flower here. And look at this bumblebee, you guys. Oh my goodness, I love this bumblebee so much. It is beautiful. So I wanted to show you guys just a little piece of what she sent me. I got a package from my friend Deanna as well, but I had received this one first, so I thought, well, I'll show you guys the stuff that, some of the stuff that Kareth sent me. And also Cindy sent me a box a while back. And my friend Cindy Allen is adorable as well. She is a sweet, kind, loving human being. And she struggles with some things in her life right now. And I'd like to ask you guys to, you know, maybe put in a little prayer for Cindy. She's going through a lot right now, and she could sure use some of my warriors to get out there and pray for her. She's just got some health issues, and she's got a mother with Alzheimer's, and she's kind of trying to work with that and also trying to take care of herself at the same time, and she's really struggling. But she sent me this box of wonderful, wonderful things. I'm going to show you some of them. Look at this beautiful piece of lace that she sent me. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a very, very soft lace, and I'm going to guess that maybe it came from a curtain or something, but it's so beautiful, you guys, and I got a nice big piece of it. So I'm going to take that. That has plans already for it. I would like to use it in sort of a handbag. She sent me these gorgeous doilies. Look at these. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. They're definitely not cheapies, and they are amazing, you guys. So I've got these gorgeous white doilies. They are all white and brand new. They're not vintage. She sent me some of these cute little envelope cards, and they're so awesome. Some little envelopes that I can use to make some stuff with, and then some bigger ones. And these actually, I have these little snowflakes, and these, I guess, go sort of with these. But they're super cool, and I can't wait to do something with these. And there's another one of those little cards. They're so cute. Cindy sent me a beautiful letter as well. I get the most wonderful notes from people, and it just makes my day, you guys. When I get these nice notes from you guys, it, honest to goodness, makes my day. She sent me these beads. These are definitely going to be used in some projects I've got coming up. And I'm trying to go through everything right now just to kind of decide what I want to do, because I need to come up with some new projects. I need to do some new stuff. She gave me these little tiny bottles. I love playing around with these, and they all have the toppers, the cork toppers on them. So I can't wait to do something with those. I love those bottles. And then these I have to show you. Oh, and look at this lace. This is just a small piece, but you know, I can use this. I've got actually something that I'm considering using this on that's a round, tall tube sort of box, and this has some stretch in it. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this on that, and it will be gorgeous. I want to show you guys these. Let me move these off of here. And wait till you guys see what we're going to do today. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. I gotta stop this. I think this is the last part of this I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. But she made these beads. Look at these. They're like boho beads. Aren't they awesome? These are like dangles. You can use them for, well, whatever purpose you choose, I suppose. But aren't they gorgeous? They've got charms at the ends of them. This one is just a bead by itself. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? I love those. And then a couple of hooks and large paper clips, and I can't wait to do something with those. I've already got those kind of planned out. The minute I saw them when I got the box, I knew what I was going to do with those, because I've been wanting to do another paper clip video. And the last one that I did was small paper clips, but I've been wanting to do one on the larger paper clips. So I will be doing a project with those. Okay, now I need to put this aside, back behind me here. And then I think that's it for now as far as the extra stuff. I wanted to show you guys. I did take out my 2-part epoxy resin. I wanted to test it out, and I made this beautiful peony flower. Isn't it gorgeous? It's huge, and it's super heavy, you guys. Yeah. So this will go on a large box probably, so I'm going to try and figure out what I can use this on. But I did this because I wanted to test out the resin that Sherry had sent me, and one of my new molds that I had gotten. So that's why I went ahead and did that one just kind of on the side one day. This is another one of my night lights as well that I finished. I'm trying to show you so that you can see the dangles. It's got that beautiful dangle, pearl dangle on the bottom of it. Let me see if I can find my piece of that. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. Or not. Oh, here it is. I put it right back there. So it's got this dangle on it, and I just love this. My friend Kareth actually sent me that as well. She sent me three pieces, I think 3 yards of that dangle. And I use this fast. I go through this super fast. It's one of my favorite dangle chains, rhinestone chains. So I do go through that quite fast. So today's project is going to be, we are going to make these resin dragonflies. And I made these, my friend Melba sent me a video. And the video is by, let's see, I've got her name. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, her name, she goes by G.I. Kerr. And, so anyway, she did a video on making these dragonflies, and I decided I wanted to try it because I've been looking for something new to do. And so I made this one first, and then I made this one second, and I just love them, you guys. So much fun and pretty easy to follow the tutorial. So I'm going to show you guys how I made these. Okay. So I took out this box here. We're going to need something that we can flatten our dragonfly with. We need, this is 18 gauge wire. On her video, she used more of a brass type wire, which was very, very pretty. It made them look kind of more vintagey. I didn't have that. All I had was this silver. And oddly enough, my friend Deanna had sent me this silver wire. I got it the same day that Melba sent me the video to watch. So I knew it was a sign that I was supposed to make these. So so I gave it a shot, and this was the first one that I came out with, and I thought it turned out really, really pretty. Now, I did use some, and I don't know why, because it's all about the resin, right? And it is resined. You can see the resin came out beautifully on this, by the way. It wasn't in bad shape. It didn't have a bunch of bubbles or anything. But I just thought these leaves, these sequin leaves, were so pretty, and they would make such a beautiful dragonfly that I had to use them on this one. So that's what I did. So for no other reason other than I thought they would be pretty, and I was right. And then this one is definitely resin, and I added some of this crushed crystal that my friend Sherry sent me, and it's beautiful as well. So that was what I used in this one. I think in today's we're going to go with some of my holographic white glitter, just to do something different. I want to do something different in this one, so I think I'm going to use that today. So it takes very little resin, so that part is just easy peasy. But so make sure you have something that's hard. This one actually has a little bit of a cushy top, which is fine by me. I kind of like it that way because then I can kind of push a little harder to make it flat. And it's just an empty jewelry box thing that I brought home from work. So I scribbled out the name and stuff so that wouldn't be showing. What we're going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to prep this really, well, no, I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to wait. I'm going to put that aside. You're going to need some of your pliers. I like having a round pair as well, just in case I need to round something out, and it helped me with making the tails nice and pretty. Make sure you have some scissors handy and some nippers, just in case you need them. So we're going to use this one. These are two different wires, and I don't really know. This one seems to be a little more heavy duty, and this one seems to be a bit softer. Let's see, which one do we want to use? Okay, so I had to turn my camera off for a little bit. Jeff and I got invited to go to some friends for a little gathering this afternoon, so we went and did that, and now it's late in the evening and I'm back to it, trying to get this video done so that I can put out a video tomorrow morning, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but I'm pretty close to sure. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this wire here, and this is the softer of the two wires, and I'm going to take a piece that is, oh, first I want to show you guys, look at this amazing mat. My friend Laura Kate sent this to me, this wonderful, wonderful mat, and it's so awesome, you guys. It has these little, it's a rubber or silicone mat, and it's big. It's about 19 inches this way, and I'm gonna say, let's see, what does it measure to this direction? About 16 inches up and down. So anyway, I love it. It's soft and it's thick. It's like a double pad, and it's got these great little trays. They're little rubber trays. These are made for paint and whatever you want to put in them. Easily washes out. It's awesome. And then there's also this one right over here, and this has a little holder in it, and this little cup looks like a little pot, but you can see it squishes. And then you can also take this and squish it down like this. It'll store away with that on top of that little holder there. But it also has a cap right here that goes over the top of this one, and if you've got something in there, you can cover it up or what have you. Or if you have it open and you've got stuff in it, like right now I've got my glue sticks and my wooden sticks in here, then you can, or if you've just got stuff in here, you could put this over the top of it while it's big, or just put them over here in this and leave the cap aside and have your little goodies there in your holder. So anyway, it's also got this little piece right here, which I believe you can just kind of set your paintbrushes across there when you're not using them. So I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. Laura Kate, thank you so much for sending this to me. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I can't wait to get lots and lots of use out of it. But one of the great things is, I don't know if you guys can see it here, but it does have a measuring, whoops, wrong way. I don't know if you can see it, you guys, but yeah, you can kind of see it. See the lines there? It's got a ruler going this way and this way, so I can measure whatever it is that I'm working with on it. And right here from the mat, and it's amazing. I can just kind of go across it this way, and I've got that down here more closer to me here, but it's still on top of my table. I just don't have my camera going all the way to the edge right now. So this my table goes all the way over here. So anyway, yeah, so I really, really love this, and I appreciate you, Laura, for sending this to me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our first little piece of wire here, and we're going to measure it to about, I'm going to say about 9 inches here. And I'm going to snip that 9 inches off. I think that should be long enough. And then I'm going to take my piece of wire. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to take my piece of wire and I'm just going to bend it in half here and just sort of take it in the middle here. We want to try and keep it as straight as we can, although it's kind of hard to keep this wire completely straight. And so it will be just like that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use, as you can see it on this one a little bit more. We've got a pearl right here at the top. That pearl is the dragonfly's head. So we are going to take, I got lots of different choices here that I could use. And I think for this one, let's see, which one do I want to use? I'm not going to use that one. I was thinking maybe one of these might be kind of pretty. One of these floral ones, or this pretty dusty rose sort of bead. I don't know. I want one that's going to show up. I kind of like this color. This is like a gold pearl. It's just that one is, it feels like the hole is not... here we go. Let me see if I can kind of open it up a little bit with my little poker thing on the ends. It feels like it's just like a little rough around the edges there, because this should go through here with no problem, because it's been going through all of the other pearls with no problem. There we go. So we're just going to take that pearl and we're going to pull it all the way up to the middle here, where I made that bend, and I'm going to bend it as tightly as I can around that pearl like that. Let's see, let me bring you guys in just a bit closer. So that's how we want to bend it around that pearl. And then I'm just going to take and I'm going to twist around the pearl like that, and then I want to take my pliers and I'm going to start twisting and twisting and twisting, and I'm just going to go down. I'm going to leave the link to the video that I watched to learn how to do this so that you guys can see how she did it. I'm doing it a little differently because I'm taking my pliers and I'm starting towards the top on this one. And I didn't do this on my first two, but I feel like if I do it this way and kind of gradually take my pliers down, I'm going to get a much cleaner twist. And I already feel like my twist on that is super duper clean. So I'm just going to keep on doing that all the way down till I get to the bottom where I want to be. And, you know, if this is a little bit long for right now, that's no problem. We just don't want it to be too short. So I've got this pretty long right here. And that is A-okay with me. And then I'm going to take and pinch this at the bottom here. I'm going to take my nippers and go right up to the last full twist and nip that off. And so that's what we've got so far. Just a nice little wire to work with, to build onto. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the wings. So, and you guys wonder if I'm being so quiet. I'm trying to stay somewhat quiet because Jeff is sleeping and I don't want to wake him up by doing this video. I'm going to make this first one at about, let's see, I think I'm going to go to about 7 inches here. I'm going to nip that right there. And then my second wing, of course, needs to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to take that one and go to about, oh, I think I'm going to go to 6 inches and nip that off. Because I am going to leave a little bit of space at the bottom. I kind of feel like maybe I should have gone like 8 and 7. So you know what? I'm going to put that one aside. I'm going to do an 8-inch piece here. And this will be my bigger wing. Whoops, I keep catching it. I'm going to go 8 inches with this one. So I'm going to go right there. Put that wire aside. And I'll still use this piece on another one when I make a smaller one. So there we go. We have a bigger one and a smaller one. It's not perfectly straight right now, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. So that's what we've got. Okay, so this is the bigger one here. I'm going to put that wire out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and put it together at the bottom here. And I'm trying to think. I do want to leave a section that I can use to wrap. And I don't want to twist it much, you guys. You just want to give it, whoops, went a little too far. You just want to give it a little bit of a twist. Now see, I probably didn't twist that enough because it's wanting to pull away. So let me pull that through. And twist down here like that. And I'm going to kind of spread these apart there. Okay. Again, I don't want a whole bunch of twists right here, but that's okay the way it is right now. And so this is our bigger wing. And we're going to do the same thing to our smaller one. We're going to bend it like this. And we're going to twist it up a little ways. Just like that. A little bit of a twist and a little bit of a piece left over down here at the bottom. And that's what that one looks like. Okay, so we have a big one and a little one. Oops, I'm sorry you guys, I've got these off the page here. So this, I need to put this here so that I know not to go above that line. There we go. Okay, so that's what we've got. So here's our big one. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it together here. And we're going to twist, just a good twist there. And I'm going to go the other direction and twist that side. Just basically like a bow. Just like that. And then kind of narrowing it out just a little bit. So there's that one. Now we're going to take the smaller one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to push it down in the middle like that. And we're going to twist And we're gonna twist, and I'm going the opposite direction on each side. And I suppose I should go like that. There we go. And I want to get this sort of pushed over. I don't want to mess it all up here, but I do want to try and get this twisted part so that it's a little tighter twist, closer to the midsection. Like that. That should be okay. Okay. And these little pieces are not exactly the same size, but that's going to be okay. I mean, it's not one of those things that you're going to, you know, master and get perfect the first time out, but it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Remember, I keep telling you guys, nothing in crafting or life is perfect. Okay, so we have two little bows there. And so for the big one, what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I'm going to sort of bring it sort of to a little point at the end. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. At the tip is where we sort of want that point. Okay, so that's what we've got. And then, you see that? And then we're gonna take and we're gonna shape this just a little bit. And I'm gonna go about halfway down on the bottom side, and I'm just gonna sort of bend it like that. And then I'm gonna take this section here, and I'm just gonna sort of bend it out so that it has sort of that sort of a shape. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna bend it like that, and then I'm gonna sort of take this and straighten it out a little bit. Oops. And these pliers work great for straightening everything out, you guys. It just pressing things together a little bit and getting it the way you sort of want it to look. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, you guys. And then we're going to do the same thing on the small ones. We're going to sort of point the tips a little bit. And you could use your pliers to do this too. I just get a little bit afraid. In fact, I think I will a little bit here. And I may press the bigger one a little bit more pointy there too. And again, we're going to take and we're going to just bend it out just a little bit. And again, my friend Melba told me about this video, and so I immediately got on to check it out because I have been wanting to make some dragonflies like this for quite a while, actually, and I just haven't gotten the guts to try it because I wasn't sure that I would be able to do it. But I thought, you know what? I can always try it myself, and if it doesn't work out and I can't do it, then I won't do a video. So there's nothing wrong with trying it. And since my friend Deanna sent me the wire, at the same time I got the video, I thought, oh, it must be fate. I'm supposed to do this. I just kind of got this a little misshapen here, so let's get this back in shape. There. There's that one. And I want this a little narrower. And it's not perfect, but it's okay. It looks pretty good. Okay, so there's the small one. There's the big one. Big one worked a little bit easier, but that's okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the big one on first, and we're gonna hold it right up here by the head of the dragonfly. And I'm gonna take the two pieces that are sitting there, and I'm gonna twist the first one around the body, and I'm gonna try and do a neater job this time now that I'm kind of getting the hang of this. I'm gonna press that bit of wire that's sticking out like that, and then I'm gonna take the other side and I'm gonna wrap it the opposite way. Around the body here. And I am going to press that little piece of wire down. So there we go. We've got the top wings. Looks nice, right? You guys, this is really pretty easy. I think you guys will find this a lot of fun, and just a fairly easy thing to learn. So this one, the smaller one, we're going to go kind of almost right on top of the bigger one. It is down just ever so slightly from the bigger one. And I'm going to untwist this just a tad. Okay, so now let's get that on there, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to twist it around the body. And I'm trying to twist it on there as tightly as I can with my finger. And we'll get this side and do the same thing. And I'm going to take my pliers and press that one down and press these sharp edges in so that they don't poke. Okay, so now you've kind of got them one on top of the other. So now I'm just going to sort of pull that down and pull that one down so that they're kind of looking more like what I want them to look like that. See how cute that is? Super cute. And then I'm going to we're going to use this little wire. Well, you know what? I actually want this wire to be a little longer too. So I'm going to do this one I'm going to cut it at about 8 inches. And I'm going to bring it back behind the head, right about the middle here. Right here. And I'm going to start with one side. And I'm going to wrap around the head. This is kind of like working with the pipe cleaners when I do my little puppy dogs. So I'm putting that around there. I'm going to go up around the other side and wrap it again. I'm going to just try and pull this tight as I go. And we're going to do it again. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that down there. And I'm going to wrap it around the body. Only because this one's a little bit longer, it's going to wrap a little bit further down, of course, than the ones did for the wings. Now we're going to take this side and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wrap it around and try and make it tight. And this is going to kind of hold everything together, you guys. And I want to start, I want to get it up here. Right up there. Wrap it around and start kind of going in between where my other wire went. And there's where I've sort of ended up with that. It doesn't have to go all the way down through the body because I don't want the tail part to be super thick. I still want that part to be fairly narrow. Okay, so now that's what we've got. Super cute. And I'm going to back off here because I feel like I keep getting off camera. So that's what we have so far, you guys. I want to take, and I can see I've got some of this that feels like it's not good and tight on there. So I'm going to do a little twisting with my pliers and make sure that I feel like this is nice and tight on there. Just like that. Straighten it out as best I can. And there we go. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side of this and I'm going to press it on this little box, and I'm going to press it as flat as I can. Let's see, I think I'm going to use my little wooden hammer thing here that I got from Jeff. This came with one of his wood projects or something, I think, but he gave it to me. And I'm just going to flatten this out. And it almost helps, you guys, if you take your pliers and you press, especially on this lighter weight wire, because it almost sort of flattens the wire out a little bit. And I'm going to be putting this right on the edge there, but the first thing we need to do is we need to get our packing tape here. And what did I do? Did I put it down here and not? I let it stick without folding it over. That's okay. I found the end fairly quickly. That was lucky. So we're going to take our packing tape, and first things first, I'm going to, this is the sticky side. I'm going to fold it backwards over the non-sticky side, and I'm going to make a little piece that's going to stick right on the edge of this box, just like that. And so this side is sticky. The side that's sticking up is sticky. And I'm going to tightly pull it over. And then I also want to leave an edge here. I'm going to leave a piece where I can fold it under back to the tape container here so that it doesn't stick down. And then I'm going to fold this under once and twice, and I'm going to tightly pull it across and over. And there, now that piece of tape is sticky on the upside, and this is the side that we pressed down and we straightened out, and I'm going to press it down on top of that tape really well. Okay, so there we go. It's on that tape. I'm going to take my J-Diction resin, and I'm just going to drop some of that right into those wings, making sure that I have enough to fill it in, but not so much that it's going to be all over the place, you guys, so be careful. And then I'm just going to take my little stick here, and it's okay to go right up here into these V's, and you might feel like it's going to go through, and if a little bit goes through that little spot up in here, don't worry too much about that, because it's not going to hurt anything. You're going to be able to clean it up some if you have to. I had no problem, and the other two that I did, it did not go through there. So, but I know that the other gal from her video did say that could happen, so I was prepared. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I've got my resin in there. I'm going to pop it under my resin lamp for about 3 minutes. Okay, now I've pulled it out from the lamp, and you can see it's stuck to this box, and we're going to very, very carefully pull this up, trying not to pull the resin out from the dragonfly piece. And you can see these wings are not stuck together. They'll both move separately. So that's what we've got so far. And now we're going to take this side and we're going to do the very same thing. We're going to put it on the edge here. I'm going to use the other edge, and I'm going to press it firmly on there and as flat as I can possibly get it up to those corners. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to drizzle some of my J-Diction resin in there. Alright, and we'll take our little stick that we did wipe clean after we did the first side. And I'm going to get it all up into these corners and up against the edges. Make sure that you can see that it's gotten to those edges. I'm going to wipe off my little stick here. Totally reusable. And I'm going to pull that tight. And I'm going to pop this under my lamp for 3 minutes again. Okay, now we've pulled this side out, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed that everything pulls off perfectly. And put that aside because we don't need that anymore. And I'm going to take my little nippers, and I can see where I do have a tiny little bit. And you want to get this out of here while it's still a little soft and warm, because that's the easiest time to get your excess resin off of your projects. And so I'm going to go in between the wings right here because there's a little bit there, and I'm going to very carefully nip that and get that little extra piece out of there. There's just a little bit, I can see it on the bottom side really well to get it off of there. But I have to be careful because I don't want to mess up the wiring or cut the wires in the process of doing this. So I'm going to be careful about it. There's just a little ball right in there. Okay. And then I've got a little piece over here. There. Okay. So now we've got both sides, and they will come apart. And both sides are covered in resin. So they even look pretty just clear, you guys. They look very pretty just with the clear on them, but we're not going to leave them that way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, and I'm going to do one side at a time. I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to use one of these sticks, and I'm going to put a little bit of my resin here. My bottle is, this bottle is almost out of resin, so I have to let it kind of drain to the edge as best I can without overfilling that little wing. Oh, I want to get this one too. I'm going to do both of these wings at one time, and then we'll do the other side separately. So there's that. Now I'm going to take my, this is not going to work. Let's see. Maybe, yeah, that's not stuck on there, so maybe I can get this to work. I've got some of my chunky holographic glitter here, and that's what we're gonna use to put on here. If I have to, I'll just start grabbing it with my fingers and putting it on that way, but it looks like this is working pretty good because we don't want a ton of this on here. Oops, that dropped before I ever even got on top of the wing. But I do want some of those chunky holographic bits to be on there too, because I want to be able to see them. I feel like I will do better to just do it like I do my salt when I'm cooking dinner. Okay, so I've got those on there. I'm going to pop that under the light for about 2 minutes. And I've got some bits and pieces here that I'm considering using, and I kind of love the thought of these blue ones here. I love this blue one, but I've also got sort of these multicolored rhinestone bits. Those would be pretty. And then I also have these, which are sort of a purplish, pinkish color. And actually, I feel like those two, well, it's just because they're sitting differently, that's all. They're the same. And then I also have smaller ones, you guys, and I don't know if it would be better to use the smaller ones. In the smaller ones, I just have these two colors. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. When I get those out of the center there, so I did have a couple that kind of hung over. There. Okay, so now we're going to put our resin on the other wings. Ah, I can see where I have another little piece of resin down here that needs to be nipped off. From the first go round, and right back here. That piece flew across the room. Okay, there we go. And that one's fine. I do have this. I'm going to take this and just kind of go in the middle there and make sure there's nothing in there. Okay. All right, so now let's put our resin here. There we go. And we'll get this going right up to the corners here. And we're going to take our fingers and just sprinkle that pretty holographic glitter right over those two wings. This stuff is so pretty, and it's, you know, there's not much color. It kind of gives you that AB look, like the rhinestones, or kind of an opally, pearly look, which I think is very, very pretty for a dragonfly. And then I'm going to just kind of go through the middle here, making sure that we don't have it hanging over the edges. And pop that under the light for another 2 minutes. And that can go back and away. Okay, so let's pull this one out and sort of push our little wings together, and look at how gorgeous that looks. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? I love this holographic glitter, and it is Leobro holographic white chunky glitter, and I believe I got this on Amazon, but I will check. It's either Amazon or Temu, but I'm thinking Amazon is where I got this, and it's beautiful. And I've used it in several things, and I actually like it when it's on top of the resin. I feel like I get a nicer sparkle from it that way. So I don't know. Let's see if I bring this light over here, if you can see it a little bit better. Maybe, maybe not. But look at that. It shines so beautifully. I love it. I love the way it looks right now. Even with less light into it, you can see all the holographic colors in it. So that's a good point where we're at now. Next thing I want to do is I want to take and figure out, first of all, which of the bits and pieces we're going to use on this. We could go with that, which looks very, very pretty. Or we could go with the blue, which looks amazing. I just seem to like the blues when I'm doing dragonflies. I don't know why. It always seems to just work. Ugh, I keep making them fall though. Okay, so there's blue. It's a very, it's a very light blue. And then we've got this multicolored, which this is great for a dragonfly too, I think. And this one's got, you know, like the greens and pinks and blues and purples and all the colors in it. So those are very pretty. And then these are the smaller ones here. And with the smaller ones, you could technically, you could put 2 on the top and you could put 2 on the bottom wings. And I think that would be very, very pretty. It's just really hard to show it like this when you're, I'm going to try and flatten these wings out just a little bit more so that maybe we can kind of get them to sit there better. And you can kind of see a little bit better how it might look. And let's see, let's grab these 2. It's just going to be too hard to really put all of them on there at one time, because they just don't want to stay. You get one side on and then the other side falls off. And I've got one more and I just know it's not going to stay on. But that's kind of where we would be going with that. Like that. And then with this one down on this side. As you can see, if I do that, then they all want to fall off. Really kind of liking the way that these look on here. Or the other thing that I've got is I've got these. The only thing that I was concerned about with these is that they might just cover it up too much, and I feel they do. That's just too big. So those are a definite no. So, and I really kind of like just using 2. And then maybe some of our pretty swag pearls at the bottom here. Kind of the way this one's done. Put another swag on this one like that. And I think that would be very pretty. So that's, I think that's the direction we're going to go with this. We're going to cut this end off right there. And then we're going to go to this one, and these are kind of hanging long on this side, which I like. And I'm not going to have a pearl hanging in the middle of this one. This one's got a bigger section of the swag going on it. see. There. And then we're going to cut it right there. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of hot glue first, and I will put just a dot of hot glue there and put the first piece down like that. And then we will take a dot of hot glue on this wing. Just a little dot will do. We want to get this down before that hot glue has a chance to harden up. And so I want to look at that, and then I think what I'm going to do is pull this up in the middle of this one here, like that. Yes. So this center piece we're going to glue right there on the body. Right there, because I feel like that's where it's going to sit the best and stay in a good position while it is prepping to have resin placed on it to hold it into place. So now what we're going to do, I feel like there's a little too much extra glue oozing out of this spot, so I'm going to get that out of there. I don't want that gray looking glue popping out. So I don't like the way that piece of glue looked. So here's what we're going to do with this one. And it'll be easy for me to do. I'm going to drop a little resin right here in the middle. Just like that. Just a little drop. Turn my light on, and I'm just going to hold it under my light for just a second while that center piece kind of hardens and starts to cure. And then I'm going to take my resin and I'm going to put a little bit on this end there and a little bit on this end there. And I'm going to pop it under my lamp for just a few minutes. Okay, so we've got that on there, and what I'm going to do now, and you can see on this one on the left hand side, I added resin to the back side. You can see how much clearer it is, and that's because this part of the resin was touching the tape when it was curing for the first time. So we're putting resin over it to clear up the resin that's on there so that that sparkle really comes through and it looks amazing, you guys. I had almost forgotten about doing this part, so I'm glad I remembered. Okay, so I'm just putting enough resin on the back side there. I'm going to pop it under the lamp, and we're going to let that cure for just a few minutes, you guys. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I think I am fighting between these two or the two blue. And I feel like the blue ones really look great with this yellow flower, so I think I decided that that's the way we are going to go with this. I didn't look at these two. Those look gorgeous too, and those would actually go nicely with this purple flower. And I don't have one in this color yet, so maybe we will go a little different, although, gosh, you guys, this is so hard. This really does look great with this yellow flower, or even this pretty little vintage looking flower here. Or we could go with those and the vintagey flower. Let's see. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Okay, we're gonna go with the color that's different, that we haven't gone with yet. So let's just do that. That way we're doing something a little different. Okay, so I'm gonna put a dot of glue on the bottom of each of these and just get them on there in the position that I want them before I resin them on. And it's nice because they're going right between these wires that I've kind of got in a V. And so they sit in there just sort of perfectly, actually. So I'm liking that a lot. And then if I take this little vintage flower and put it in the middle, oh my word, you guys, it looks so pretty. And this came from some Happy Mail, a little piece that I got in Happy Mail. And there was only 3 of these little flowers on it, but it's a little piece that was probably from a bracelet, I'm assuming. And so I only have these 3 little flowers to use. So I am thinking, though, I thought maybe I had, well, maybe this would be pretty in there. I'm trying to think if I've got another little flower that I could use that did not overflow enough to catch the spot where it needs to sit. Okay, now it did. Okay, I've got this little green flower that would look pretty in there. It's a bead, but it kind of looks like a flower, a floral bead. Or I could take, I know I've got some rhinestones in here too. This is just a round rhinestone piece that I could put right there to kind of, I feel like I need to fill in a little space right here. Let's see, I've got a smaller one here. I think that might fit in better, and it's a pink rhinestone. So I think that might be better in that spot. If I can get it to just sit the right direction, we will be in business. Just like that. That's exactly where I want it to sit. Okay, so let's take our resin and we're just going to let it drop right in there. And I'm going to let it a little bit go right there. If I have to later on, if I have to put a little more resin and a little more holographic glitter, I can do that. But for now, we'll just do what we're doing. We'll see how it comes out and we'll see what we need to do. We can put these flowers back. This one little plumeria flower that I have would look very pretty on one of these. So I think that with maybe like a yellow rose, look at how beautiful that would be. Whoops, I'm not showing you guys. That with a little yellow rose would be so pretty. I love those little plumeria flowers. Gosh, you guys, I hope I wasn't out of visual for you guys when I was putting this stuff on here. So that's what we've got, and it looks amazing. Absolutely 100% amazing. And that's kind of how that's going to hang, like that. And for now, I'm not putting anything on these to hang them or do anything like that because I'm really not sure how I want to use them yet. Or if I just want to sell them like this so that people can use them however they want to use them. So next we're taking our round pliers. These are just little round ones that I use for my eye pins and things like that when I'm doing jewelry. I gotta get a hold of this here. And we're just going to sort of wind it around, and I'm trying to keep it in line so that it looks nice. And we're just going to kind of round it out here. And there we have it, you guys. We have got a most beautiful dragonfly. And let's see, I've got some little papers here. These are my little Flight 2025 cards that I made. But the back side is white, so I'm just going to set this right on top of one of those and show you guys how gorgeous this is. Wow. I'm thrilled to death that I got to watch this video, and I'm thrilled to death that I got to make this dragonfly and the other ones. And let's go ahead and we'll get a couple more of these just so that you guys can see how pretty they look. We've got that one. And we'll just slide that over a little bit. Right there. And we've got that one right there. So those are our three beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dragonflies. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is the one we made in the video. I love it. I absolutely, positively love this dragonfly. This one's by far my favorite one. So how exciting is that? I finally, for once, the one that I did in the video is my favorite. So yeah, it came out amazingly beautiful, and look at that holographic glitter. Now, I am also working, you guys, on doing a video. I'm going to be doing a video, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and this is part of the bag that is going to go as my giveaway. And this is one of my little reusable kitchen baggies, but I've got some stuff going in here, a little bit of lacy bits, a little bit of butterflies and dragonflies, and some other stuff in here. We've got rhinestones, we've got a dangle earring in here so far, we've got some of these rhinestones in here, and this, remember when I said I wanted to do some giveaways? I want to do small giveaways where I can maybe do a video and give away 2 or 3 of these little baggies filled with goodies. And what I'd like to do, you guys, is I'm thinking about doing a live video. I am not sure how to do them, so I'm not sure if I will be able to do it that way. If I can't, that's okay. We'll just do it like I do my other giveaways. And I'll just have to figure out the live video thing. But for now, I am going to do a video, and I'm going to try and do like 3 of these baggies with some goodies. They won't all be the same. They'll be a little different. But they're going to be fun and fabulous, and maybe a couple of things that I've made. and a couple of things that will help you to make some of the things that I've made in my videos and so forth. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and God bless each and every one of you. Please give this a thumbs up, a like, a share. Share it with your friends and family. Maybe they would like to learn how to do some resin work, or maybe they'd just like to watch, you know, how I do some of my stuff. They might enjoy just the viewing of the video itself. So please, please, please share it. Get it out there to your friends. And let's get other people doing some of this stuff. I think people are really missing out when it comes to crafting and the things that you can create on your own as gifts or to sell or what have you. But a lot of people are really missing out on the opportunity to learn how to do some of this kind of stuff. And that makes me sad, because I do have so much fun doing it, and I know you guys do too. And so let's get other people involved in crafting and doing some of their own stuff. I think they'd like it too. Thanks a lot, you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Be safe, be well. Love your family. Take care of yourself first, always. Always, always you first, and everybody else next. I know most of us are a bunch of nurturers, and we like taking care of our family and our friends and everything else, but you can't do that if you don't take care of yourself first. So please do that. I love you all, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. That would be awesome if I could get you guys to subscribe and be a part of our little crafting family. Thanks a lot, guys. Love you. God bless you all, and take care. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end and links to other videos that you might enjoy. Bye-bye. Love ya.